Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the very thing you've been eating your whole life, sugar, has been quietly shutting down your manhood. Not tomorrow, not someday, but right now, every sip of soda, every spoon of dessert has been draining your testosterone, stiffening your blood vessels, and slowing the very circulation that keeps your erections alive. It doesn't happen overnight. Butone day you wake up and things don't work the way they used to. That's not aging, it's chemistry gone wrong. I'm Dr. Mojit Kara, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 3 decades of experience helping men restore their vitality. I've spent my career studying how hormones, blood flow, and lifestyle collide to shape male performance. And if there's one silent destroyer I've seen over and over again, it's sugar. Not alcohol, not stress, sugar. Here's what most men don't know. Sugar doesn't just make you gain weight. It hijacks your testosterone in real time. Studies show that within just 2 hours of feeding a sugary meal, a man's testosterone can drop by nearly 25%. Imagine that. Your hormones crashing after every dessert. That's why so many men feel weaker, slower, and less oblivious the years pass. But there's good news. When you cut sugar for just 14 days, your body begins to heal itself. Blood flow improves, testosterone rebounds, and energy returns. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what happens inside your body during those 2 weeks. And on a shocking change that begins within the first 72 hours. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of my upcoming videos on men's health, energy, and performance after 60. And if this topic speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If not, type a 0 and tell me what you'd like to learn more about. Your feedback helps me make every video better for you. Alright, let's get into what really happens when you quit sugar. The first and most powerful change begins deep inside your hormones. Sugar doesn't just affect your waistline, it attacks your testosterone factory. So let's break down how this silent ingredient quietly lowers your manhood's most vital hormone. 1. How sugar quietly kills testosterone. How sugar quietly kills testosterone. For most men, sugar feels harmless. It's a quick pleasure. That morning muffin, the sweetened coffee, the dessert after dinner. But inside your body, something very different is happening. Every time sugar hits your bloodstream, your insulin levels surge. And here's the problem. When insulin goes up, testosterone goes down. It's like a silent seesaw. One rises, the other falls. Inside your testicles, there are small, powerful cells called leak cells. They're the testosterone factories of your body. These cells are meant to respond to signals from your brain, producing the hormone that keeps your muscles strong, your mood steady, and your erections firm. But when sugar floods your blood day after day, insulin begins to confuse those signals. The lactic cells start to slow down like workers, too exhausted to keep the factory running. Over time, they produce less and less testosterone. I've seen this pattern hundreds of times in my patients. Men in their 60s who still exercise, eat fairly well, and wonder why their drive and stamina are fading. When we test their hormones, the story is almost always the same: chronically high insulin, low testosterone, and what's even more fascinating, or maybe heartbreaking, is that these men often think it's just aging. They don't realize it's the sugar hiding in their diet, quietly robbing them of the very thing that makes them feel alive. One study found that within just 2 hours of consuming a sugary drink, a man's testosterone can drop by about 25%. Think about that. 2 hours after a soda, your hormones take a hit that can last for the rest of the day. Multiply, that be weeks, months, years, and you begin to see the pattern. Sugar doesn't just create diabetes or weight gain. It slowly erases your masculinity molecule by molecule. And then comes the domino effect. As testosterone falls, your body starts storing more fat, especially around the belly. That belly fat becomes an estrogen factory, converting your remaining testosterone into the very hormone that softens your edges, lowers your libido, and makes it even harder to rebuild muscle. It's a vicious cycle. More sugar, less testosterone, more fat, and less confidence. I've had men sit across from me and say, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore." And when we look closer, It's not just the fatigue or the weaker erections. It's the loss of identity. Testosterone is not just about performance. It's about vitality, focus, drive, and purpose. When sugar steals it, it steals part of who you are. But here's the good news. The body remembers how to heal. When you quit sugar, even for a short time, insulin begins to calm down. Those leaky cells wake up. The factory lights flicker back on. Your body starts to remember what balance feels like again. The same men who thought they were too old suddenly report better sleep, sharper focus, and yes, firmer erections all within days, and that's just the beginning. Because when your testosterone starts rising again, something else happens inside of your body. Something most men have never been told about. It's not just hormonal, it's physical. It's about blood flow, and that's what we'll uncover next. 2. The first 72 hours. Chaos in the first 72 hours. Chaos in cleansing. The first 3 days after quitting sugar are the hardest for most men. I've watched my patients go through it countless times, and I've gone through it myself. It feels like your body is fighting against you. You might wake up foggy, crave sweets after lunch, or even get irritable for no reason. It's not your imagination. Your brain has been addicted to quick sugar hits for decades, and now it's being forced to function without them. It's withdrawal, plain and simple. But while your mind may feel frustrated, something remarkable is happening beneath the surface. Your body, especially your hormones and blood vessels, is beginning to clean house. When you cut sugar, insulin levels begin to fall back to normal. That single change triggers a chain reaction inside your body. Your cells finally get a break from the constant insulin bombardment, and your testosterone-producing cells, the leaky cells, start to recover. They're no longer being drowned in mixed signals. It's as if the static clears on a radio channel and our hormones can finally communicate again. During this time, inflammation begins to drop and blood viscosity, the thickness of your blood improves. Every heartbeat now carries cleaner, smoother blood to your organs, including the most sensitive one that defines your manhood. The science behind this stage is fascinating. Within 72 hours of cutting sugar, studies show a noticeable reduction in advanced glycation and products, or AES, toxic compounds created when sugar binds to proteins in your blood. These agents stiffen blood vessels and make it harder for them to expand during arousal. When you remove sugar, those harmful molecules start to fade and your blood vessels slowly regain their flexibility. For many men, that's when circulation quietly improves even before they feel the difference. I remember one patient, a retired engineer in his late 60s who came to me complaining of fatigue and poor erections. He wasn't overweight, didn't drink much, but he loved his nightly desserts. I asked him to cut sugar for 2 weeks. After just 3 days, he called to say he felt strange, more restless, slightly moody. I told him, "That's your body detoxing." By the end of the week, he said something that stuck with me, "Doc, I didn't realize how controlled I was by sugar until I stopped." That moment of awareness, when a man realizes cravings have been pulling the strings, is when healing truly begins. By the 3rd day, the fog starts to lift. You might notice your energy feels more stable, your head clearer, and your appetite less intense. It's your metabolism recalibrating, your hormones starting to whisper again after years of obsolescence. Your body is shifting from chaos to control. And deep inside, your blood vessels, those delicate highways that determine your erection quality, are sighing in relief. They're no longer drowning in glucose and inflammation, but here's where it gets even more interesting. As your hormones begin to stabilize and your blood flow improves, your body starts preparing for something bigger, a genuine rebound in testosterone production. And that transformation begins to unfold around the end of the first week. 3. 1 week without sugar. The testosterone rebound week without sugar. The testosterone rebound. Around the 7th day without sugar, something subtle yet powerful begins to happen. It's as if your body starts remembering who it's supposed to be. That cravings that once controlled you start to fade. Your mind feels clearer and your energy lasts longer through Fede. I've seen it again and again in my patients. That moment when their body shifts gears. It's not dramatic at first, but it's real. What's changing is far deeper than what you see in the mirror. Your testosterone, once smothered under layers of insulin and inflammation, begins to rise again. The science behind this is remarkable. When you eat sugar every day, your body cells stop responding well to insulin, a condition called insulin resistance. It forces your body to produce more insulin to manage the same amount of sugar, and that high insulin keeps testosterone levels suppressed. But after just 1 week without sugar, your insulin sensitivity begins to improve. That means your body can now regulate glucose with less effort, and your testosterone is free to increase naturally. Your hormone balance begins to normalize. And with that, your mood, motivation, and desire start to return. One of my patients, a 64-year-old Manamid Richard, came